So, hi everyone from Morbid Planet. Today we are visiting Punk Rock Pastries in Vancouver, British Columbia.
Hey guys!
Hi everyone. This is our host, Hollie Deville, and she's going to give us a quick tour of the bakery.
Okay, so come inside. Alrighty. Alright, so this is Punk Rock Pastries. You're going to notice there is so much stuff all over our awesome walls. You'll find that you'll get very, very, very distracted very fast, and it happens to the best of us, so don't worry. We have awesome walls of signed merch, signed everything.
Oh, I like the new one over there. I don't remember that one to the left.
Which one?
It looks like a big kind of bug / skull.
This one?
That looks amazing.
This is done by an artist in America named Ryan. He's amazing. He did this one, and he did our My Pet Monster one, which is perfect. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool. I remember him when I was a kid.
Right. This was my childhood growing up. It's amazing. So,
yes, My Pet Monster was really popular.
He was so fun. So when I saw it, I was like, sorry, I have to have this. And he was like, yeah. And I was like, awesome, going in my shop. Everybody asks to buy it, and I say no every time. So
that's awesome.
So yeah, we have a whole bunch of awesome stuff from local artists as well. We have local photographers that like to put their stuff up. We have a whole bunch of artwork that's done. We do have a whole bunch of taxidermy stuff as well, but it's sold.
So okay.
But we do have some cool little
that's
Violet.
awesome.
She comes in, they're really awesome. Our scary little doll heads. We have all of our heads that we've made, so they were all edible at one stage.
Nice.
They're not now. I would highly recommend not eating them. They're not nice. But let me show you what we got in the cases.
Sure.
Okay. Whoop. All right. So we have a whole bunch of donuts. We're a little bit short because we're selling out at the moment.
That's okay.
We have all of our cookies. We have all of our slices. Nice. All of our cookie pies. And then we move into a more fun fridge. And we have all of our cupcakes, our slices, our naughtiness. We have alcoholic stuff. And then we have a whole bunch of cakes that are actually sold out. So we don't actually have a whole bunch of cakes at the moment. So we're kind of
and you have a black Christmas tree.
And we have our black Christmas tree, which has
awesome.
3 donuts on it because that's all we could find.
And just for everyone at home as well, I believe that you guys do vegan, gluten-free, nut-free.
We are completely nut-free. So our whole store, we do not have any nuts in here at all. Except for me, I'm a little bit crazy. But we are fully nut-free. We do gluten-free stuff. We do vegan stuff. And pretty much if anyone who has an allergy and they come in and they go, I'm allergic to this, 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 and this, they can let us know and we can usually come up with something. I'm one of these people that has a lot of food allergies, so I feel sorry for all those people that can't have cool bakery goods.
Yes.
So we literally do whatever we can do for them.
That's awesome.
I'll give you a little bit of a tour out the back. My staff are eating and working, but
see where all the magic happens.
This is where the magic happens. It's just one small room. See my staff are eating. But we do have a big giant cake going out in a minute. So this is
that's so cool.
And she's a vampire. Funny
she
enough.
is.
Vampira. I can't say her name. Vampirina.
I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So she's pretty awesome. So we do a whole bunch of cool sculpture cakes here, and we do all the fun stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much what most bakeries won't do is what we do.
Okay.
It's the best way to put it.
Yeah. So I'm going to ask a bunch of questions just because I know a lot of people want to know some things. I want to know some things. What kind of makes you guys stand out from, I call it a classic bakery? Like when I used to go to a bakery as a kid, you'd go and they'd always have the same cookies or, the same cakes, or one actually, it's not too far from you, Valley Bakery that's up on Hastings. Yep. I went there like once or twice a month as a kid all the time. And that's what I think of as a classic bakery, because I went there a few months ago on my way out to your place. Yeah. And they had the same stuff from since I was a kid. I couldn't believe that it was like the same lemon drop cookies. And yeah. So what makes you guys so different?
Seeing those bakeries, honestly, my dad owned a bakery when I was younger, so I know exactly what you're talking about. But if you go into pretty much every bakery in Vancouver, Lower Mainland, they're all the same.
Yeah.
They all offer vanilla slice, eclairs, all that stuff. And I wanted to open a place that was really, people can go and get something that's different, really weird and stuff. So I make normal products, but put a twist on them. So I turned pie into brains.
Yeah.
I was like, I put, spiders on things, cobwebs, pretty much put 7 fingers on things because I love Halloween. I love everything spooky. And I wanted it to just be a bakery where people can go, oh my God, I can't get this anywhere.
Yeah.
Like I did my research and I'm like, couldn't find one other bakery anywhere that was doing what I was like, we're doing all year round. So we stand out at being weird. And I love that because that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted a bakery that's weird and wonderful where people like me that are fully tattooed, pierced, whatever, don't get judged when they walk into a bakery. And I just wanted these people to be able to feel like at home when they come in here. Like, just be happy and like get something rad at the same time. I'm used to have had the tattoos and the piercings and the crazy coloured hair and that pretty much my whole life. So I've always been used to it.
Yeah.
But every now and then I forget about it. And then like I forget about I've got face tattoos and I'm like, I'm still wearing a mask. And I'm like, well, why are people staring at me? And I'm like, oh, that's right. It drew on my face.
And where did I guess, how long have you guys been around? Are you relatively new? It's been a few years, right?
Yeah, we're heading into our 3rd year. We'll hit 3 in July.
Okay.
Next year. So it's still relatively new. And we stay really underground. I don't advertise. I don't want to get to that point where I'm out of control. I like being that underground bakery that you've got to be told about it, not read about it in your local newspaper or something like that. It's, although we've got so much advertising, it's weird, like people free advertising and stuff, but I don't actually pay for advertising. I like people finding us. It's like we're that hidden gem that you don't know about until your friend of a friend of a friend of yours tells you.
It's funny because I think I originally saw you guys, must have been about a year ago, maybe longer, where a friend of mine that owns Karma Tattoos.
Yep.
So he had posted and he was like, look at these goodies that I got. And I was like, oh my God, those are amazing. And I never really thought about where you guys were just because I'm in the North Shore. So I don't go out that way too often until I found you guys like a year ago when I was at the vet next door with the turtle and I was killing time. So then I walked around the corner and I was like, this is the same place. And I was so excited to see that you guys were like that local and that close. So that's how I found you guys.
I remember when you came in the first time you came in, actually. So cool.
Yeah. So that's why, it was really cool to find. And that was one of my other questions was obviously, it sounds like you guys rely more on like word of mouth and it's not like standard, magazines, newspapers, anything like that.
Yeah, I decided I would rather put the budget into giving my staff awesome pays and being able to give them bonuses and stuff like that, or, buying new equipment, than rather putting my money towards advertising because where the word of mouth gets out enough.
Well, and it gets to the point, right, where it's like eventually your business grows so much and then you're at another level at that point. And it's like you need a bigger place, you need more employees. And it's like, and a lot of people, do you want to get to that point? Some people don't because you're content, right?
We're literally at that point at the moment. It scares the crap out of me. I don't necessarily want to get to that point where I want to expand. I like having my little shop, but at the same time, I'd like to be able to produce more products, more awesome products. But so we're still at, I don't know if I want to do it or not. I think maybe I'll leave it another year and see where we go. But I don't want my quality to drop either. I find that when people go,
that's okay.
People go a little bit too high. Expand too much, the quality drops down. Like so many people ask me, am I going to open another place? And I'm like, hell no. because I can't be in two places at once.
Two. Yeah, we can't split you.
No. And I'm already here early enough as it is. So I don't want to do that again.
So I know like how we saw in the front of the store, how it's just a fantastic theme and the walls are just covered in everything. Was this originally like, was it a planned design or was this just like a gradual natural occurrence as you just kind of collected things over time as you've been open?
Well, I don't think it wasn't really planned to be this much stuff. I like to describe it as my 13-year-old bedroom.
Nice.
So
okay.
I literally had a whole bunch of stuff when I moved from Australia. I had stuff in boxes, so opening it all up, I just wanted to put some posters on the wall to make it not bare, and then it just kind of gradually, there's another one, there's another one, there's another one. Oh, we got a signed record. Oh, we're gonna put that on the wall, and it just grew. And it just grew into a collection. And I actually took most of the stuff that was on our walls, mine and my husband's walls. We took those down and ended up bringing it to the shop and putting it up. And then we started another collection at home.
At home.
So, yeah. So we just brought all the other old stuff here and then started our new collection back then.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
And when you were talking about boxes, so when did you move to Vancouver? How long have you been here?
I've been here for 10 years now.
Wow.
It went by really fast. I came over on a visiting visa, expected to work for, a few companies and was going to go home. And then I met my husband and got another 2 years. Yeah. And then I haven't been back. So
whereabouts are you from in Australia?
I'm from a tiny little town called Worley Point in New South Wales. They got hit really hard with the fires in 2020. So, we did a massive fundraiser here to raise money for the fireys back there. My parents almost lost their house. It was a tiny town, little bush town, literally middle of nowhere. So, but I've been here 10 years now, and it's hard because I want to go home to visit my family at the moment, and COVID and stuff. Yeah. Skype and Zoom is awesome. So technology is great.
For your inspiration for all the creepy stuff that you do, because I know I've come in there and I've gotten so many different things, like little graves on cupcakes or skulls or bats, or the brain one is what I really like. That one's cool. Where do you get your inspiration for these kind of things? Are you like a horror fan buff, or is it just something totally different?
I grew up watching horror movies. So honestly, I grew up watching Chucky. As a kid, I'm seriously, as a kid.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Did you do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Me and Freddie were best friends. It was quite good. So it's kind of in my brain. I'm absolutely in love with zombies. So anything zombie is just amazing. I have Dead Girl tattooed on my knuckles because I love zombies so much. Pretty much, I love watching Dexter and anything really creepy and weird, and that I just like sitting down and watching it and oh yeah, cool, this is awesome. And then it kind of just pops in my head and I go, oh, okay, we've got an eclair, how can I turn that into a body part? And it's we can do this or we can do that, or I don't know. I've always I love Tim Burton as well, so I think my brain just, it works a lot differently than other people. So most people will see beautiful pink cake and I'll be like, okay, how can I turn that into Carrie themes and just blood splatter the shit out of it? So I'm a lot different to your normal baker.
No, that's awesome. And because you also do 3D cakes as well, and you also do some naughty treats. Can you tell us about both of those things?
So our naughty treats, pretty much we do genitals. We do. If you look around, if you're in the back in our bakery, we have little penises everywhere.
Nice.
I have the mind of a 12-year-old boy, and I like to draw little penises. And I don't know if you've ever watched, what's that movie, Sid, where the Superbad, where he just sits.
Yes.
Yeah, that's me. I can't help it. Something will always turn out like a penis or something in one day. So I've got a weird ass mind, and I like the naughty side of things, and I like making people laugh. And funny enough, penis cookies make people laugh. So
They do.
it works. It really works. So yeah, definitely my brain's a little bit kooky on that side too.
And with all like the 3D cakes you do, what kind of things do you do and what goes into that? Because I don't think I get a lot of people watch like the food channel and things like that. And, you know, now they get a better idea, but how much work goes into something like that?
A lot. Honestly, it takes so much planning. So first a customer will contact me about a cake.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, okay, what sort of cake are you thinking? What design? So if they were getting a bat,
Yeah.
I would work out how I'm going to do the structure. So first thing I would do is I'd get all my wooden boards, I'd get all my pipes, I'd get everything, and I'd be like, have it there in front of me. I'd pull out my drawing notes and I'd start drawing a bat. Just like any tattoo artist, when they start drawing up their designs, I draw up cakes. And then I work out how the structure is going to work by drawing it out. And then hopefully it works when I do that. But these cakes can take, like, you see it on the Food Network, and I know I've been there, I've done it, you know.
That's a question I have asked after, so we'll ask you about that one too.
But you see it on TV, it's not as fast. There's so much like more that goes into it. There's so much more swear words because usually something goes wrong.
Yeah.
But it's multiple days up to weeks of getting things organized and going. Just like that, the Vancouver cake alone took me over a week to make. Like getting all the structure ready for it, working out how to do a hair as bats. It's hell.
I guess the first thing I think of with cakes like that, because I worked in a kid's place for years that had birthday cakes. I've seen hundreds over the years. And the one thing that I always thought of when you have a cake like that takes so long, how does it stay fresh inside? Is it just because of the fondant? Or is there like special techniques?
There's actually special techniques. So when you're actually laying your cake, or when we do it here, we actually simple syrup the cakes as well.
Okay.
Keep them really nice and moist. But we don't just put fondant straight on the cake. It goes cake, buttercream, ganache, so chocolate ganache, then a thicker coating of chocolate ganache to get it really hard. So you can start sculpting. Then it goes modeling chocolate, and then a mix of modeling chocolate and fondant together, depending on the cake. So it's multiple layers.
It's like just like right in there. Okay.
Yeah, there's always a lot of cake. It's not just like this much cake and then this much of everything else. There's a lot, but it takes so much time, especially when we're doing something like the It cakes that I did. Sitting there, looking, having reference pictures as well, trying to get every single detail, like down to the T, like the eyes, the wrinkles in his forehead, like everything. You miss just one of those things, and you can tell, like it doesn't
look the same. Yeah.
You've got to step back and go, okay, what's different? And then you look at the picture again, then you look at your cake, you look at the picture, look at the cake, okay, I'm missing a line here. And then you put it in and then you go, okay, maybe it looks sense now.
Since you've done so many cakes at this point, has one of them, like, if you had to say like what was your favorite or what one was like a pure labor of love, what would your top one be?
Oh, I think it's going to have to be Sid and I'm just training one of my staff members to make custom cakes at the moment. Yeah. In case anything happens to me, you know. And we recently did together a dinosaur cake, and it was huge. It was, what's it called? A Spinosaurus. I can never remember the name. There's so many dinosaurs. But this thing was over 3 feet long. It took 2 people to lift. It was heavy, but it was amazing. Like working out the structure for this and the detailing, just sitting there and literally for an hour dotting the skin to make it look like reptile
little scales. Yeah.
The work that went into this cake was definitely amazing. It was just so much fun. So
that's cool.
My horror cakes are awesome. I love doing the 7-head cakes and stuff, but this one was definitely, I don't know, like, you know how you get to when you're a kid, you're drawing a picture of a sick person, you're like, that's the best picture ever, and then you end up doing, you put clothes on your sick person, and then it really gets better over time. I'm at the point where mine actually looks like a drawing. So that's what I feel like when I see it. I'm like, oh, it looks so good. Like,
Have you ever done a turtle cake?
we did. Oh, hang on a second. We did. We just did one. Like I just did one last week. Yeah, I did. Hang on, I'm gonna find the picture to show you. I think you can see this if I can put it up to there.
Oh, that's so cute.
Yeah, he
Aw.
was like a life-size sea turtle.
Aw. I have
Yeah.
my turtle. That's why I was like, oh, I should commission you guys for a cake next year and get an
Used to have
actual turtle.
turtles. Oh, they're so
Yeah.
cute. Long-necked or short-necked turtles?
Well, I have one. He's actually like about 3 feet from the camera here in his aquarium, vulturing, watching me because he doesn't like it. He has to sit in there. Otherwise, he bugs me. So he's a red-eared slider, and then I have a yellow-bellied slider. So,
Oh,
but Watson is 3, so he's still a baby. He's only about 600 grams.
yeah.
And Zebby is he'll be 11 next year, and he weighs almost 2 kilos. So he's a lot bigger.
That's a big turtle.
Yeah. How did you did you always aspire to work in a bakery, or did you, like, when you were younger, like how you talked about your dad, did you ever think of you wanted to do something else? Or were you one of those people like, no, I want to do this?
No, I started out just being a chef. Actually, I'm a qualified chef. I worked the line, became a head chef, became an executive chef.
Yeah.
I really loved the dessert component, like making the desserts and stuff. So I did that for ages, and then I was like, well, I'm going to go to pastry school. I went to pastry school, realized that I love doing cakes more than I love cooking steaks.
So much more fun.
Yeah, so much more fun and more relaxed as well. But like I said, I grew up as in a bakery. Like, my dad was a single dad, and I literally slept on flour bags under the bench. That was what happened. Nice. So grew up around flour. So I always say that I've got flour and jam in my veins. So opening the bakery was just, I think it was like meant to be kind of thing. But yeah, I never thought I would own a bakery, and like, especially being in Canada, I never thought I'd own a business in Canada in general.
Do you personally enjoy all your treats? Is it something like, do you eat them all, or do you have a favorite?
Yeah, I'm a sucker for a jam donut. So my rule is I'm at the bakery at 2 a.m. pretty much every morning. And around 6 a.m., my rule is to eat a donut every morning. I was like, a donut a day will keep the doctor away, kind of, or make them come faster. But I always try everything. We've got a team of 5, so if they're inventing a new product, because my staff have free range. If they want to try a new recipe or invent something new, I let them go for it, because
that's cool.
I just think that's the most fun thing to do, be able to come to work and go, I'm going to try this recipe today. But everything, before it goes out in the showcase, I taste everything. So I taste the buttercreams, I taste the cookie doughs, I taste anything. So just so that I know that everything that's going out there is perfect.
Nice.
Can't have it any other way. We recently just started doing Biscoff everything. Yeah. So we use cookie butter and like Biscoff cookies. So they're the UK, And then we make our own cookie butter, and we put cookie butter in friggin' everything. And I swear, this is the new thing I'm addicted to. I could sit there and just eat cookie butter out of a jar. It's so good.
I saw that you guys I was trying to find it last night online, that you guys were on the Food Network. So can you tell me about that experience? What was it like being on the show, behind the scenes? Did you guys win, or what was the competition?
So the competition was the Big Bake. And it was to make the biggest, tallest cake possible. And we found out our theme, and our theme was actually Jack-o'-lantern. So it was Jack-o'-lantern cakes, or like Halloween themed, but it had to be slanted. I was like,
okay.
No idea how the hell I'm going to do this. Kind of freaked out slightly. We had 6 hours to make this cake. Our cake ended up being over 5 feet tall.
Wow.
It was held. We did win, but our whole cake fell. So
oh my God.
halfway through filming, it was so hot in there.
Yeah.
Cakes weren't working, nothing was working, and I just got to the point and I was just watching my cake just fall. I started crying. I walked out. I was like, I'm done, see ya. Literally walked out, and then the producers come up to me and they said, just get something, just get anything you can, just get it, for judging. And I'm just like, I put my head under the tap and like kind of just let myself breathe for a minute. And I'm like, how long have I got? I think I had an hour and a half left. And I was like, okay, an hour and a half, I can do this. And then Elise actually came up with a brilliant idea, because cakes were so soft from just being baked, and trying to stack a cake that tall, it wasn't working. So we actually ended up using chicken wire and wrapping the cake in chicken wire to make it stay.
Like when you do paper mache. Yes.
So we literally did that. We wrapped our cakes up in chicken wire and then covered them, and they stayed. And we got down to the point where I was airbrushing with like 5 seconds to go.
Wow.
And it was horrible. It was the most horrible 6 hours of my life.
Stress.
It was the stress. It was a great to be able to be there and to do it. It was awesome. But I hate that cake because, and I say this because to me that cake is fail. Although we won, so we didn't fail. But when I look at it, I just go, oh.
You weren't happy with it yourself. It was just I keep telling myself next Halloween I'm gonna redo it. I'm gonna do it again. I'm gonna do it my way, and I'm gonna show everyone how it's supposed to look. I just haven't got a chance to do it, but I will one day. But it was a lot of fun. We made a lot of friends behind the scenes. So and these friends I still talk to today. So they're amazing people. That's cool.
It was definitely something, worth doing once. I don't know if I want to do it again. But since doing the show, a lot of doors have opened up for us. We had the opportunity to have our own show. And then we never went ahead with it. And then we've got a whole bunch of YouTube stuff that we're meant to be releasing. We just haven't got around to it.
Yeah, I know. It's hard.
It is, because it's just like, okay, well, I'm running a business. I'm trying to do the side of the business, and then I'm trying to do all this other little things on the outside. And but it was definitely so much fun. I loved it. Every second of it, I loved it until my cake fell, and then I hated it. And then after we won, I was like, oh yeah, that was cool. I'll never do that again. But it was a good start. We filmed the week before the bakery actually opened.
Okay.
So we weren't allowed to tell anyone we won for 6 months.
Yes. Yeah. You always have to wait until, what airs and everything like that. Yeah.
So it was definitely good, hard to keep that secret and hard to not tell anyone. And we did really good. We didn't tell anyone. We ended up having a viewing party here at the bakery, and people were like, oh my God, you guys actually won. I was like, yeah, the bakery's debt-free.
Awesome.
So it ended up getting us out of debt, which was great. So
cool.
So it's definitely a lot of fun.
So it was worth it in a sense.
It was definitely worth it. And I recommend it to anyone. Go do it once. Reality TV, so much fun. I didn't swear as much as I normally do, which I was very shocked about. I think I was trying to be very reserved. But it made for good ratings, because they play it every Halloween now, and they play it every second day. So obviously our cake falling made really good ratings.
I'll have to look out for it next Halloween then, because I didn't know until I started looking online. I was like, I didn't know you guys were on there. So
it just aired in Australia this Halloween. So
everyone you knew was like, oh.
Everyone in Australia got to see it finally. So it's only 2 years later, but still cool.
Still, that's good.
Yeah.
And I guess the one thing that I like to ask people, because it's kind of hard, is we all know COVID-19 has just had such a devastating effect on local businesses. And it's a lot of people, unfortunately, out here locally have closed. And how has your business fared throughout the pandemic? And how have you guys like adapted your business plan to move forward? Because at this point, the future is so uncertain, right? We don't know what's going on. And hopefully stuff doesn't get shut down again here now because we have our passport and we have everything. But yeah, how do you guys?
When COVID first hit, it was hell for us. We honestly didn't think we were going to survive. We were only open for 10 months before it actually hit us. We ended up letting all of our staff go, and it was me. And I was working my absolute arse off every day just to try and get, people into the store, getting orders done. But it came to a point where people stopped coming. They stopped being customers. They stopped doing anything that wasn't worth it. So we shut down for about a week.
Okay.
And I was going stir crazy. So I sat at home just going, my shop's gone, that's it, kind of in a really big slump, big depression.
Yeah.
Before the government was bringing out any loans or anything like that. And then I said one day, I was like, I can't do this. I have to fight for my business. I fought for a year to get this place open. So I'm going to keep fighting and I'm going to stay alive. So I ended up opening online orders. So we could order online, and then literally me and my business partner would get in our cars and deliver it. And that's literally what we ended up doing. We ended up just going and doing deliveries, and we ended up hiring one of our friends who had been let go during the first round of COVID when it first hit. And we ended up hiring him and getting him to be able to do deliveries for us as well.
Okay.
And then the word started slowly getting out, and we were delivering to the Chilliwack.
Oh my God.
Everywhere. So we put it out there that we're not just delivering locally, we're going to deliver everywhere. But we did it 2 days a week. So we did Wednesdays and Saturdays.
And just kind of all at once, he would just multiple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then people could come in as well and pick up their orders. But we literally, no one was allowed in the shop. We had a table pushed to the front of the doors.
Yeah.
And it was literally no one's allowed to come in the bakery at all.
Yeah.
So over 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks, it was, we got a few of our returning customers, and then the word kind of got out that we were doing deliveries. And I think at this stage we were the only bakery doing deliveries.
Yeah.
So it just kind of went crazy a little bit. We got to the point where I was working from midnight till 6 at night, just working.
Oh my God.
To get everything done. I didn't have any staff.
Yeah.
So I just was doing it all myself. I ended up sleeping at bakery a lot. It was very, very, very stressful.
Do you have some flour sacks in the back to sleep on?
Literally, I was just in the corner, just sleeping. I just sit there and sleep. It was so stressful to the point where I was getting a little bit sick, because of stress. And then we got through we were just making enough to just get through.
Yeah.
And then it would be okay, we've paid rent, we've paid all the bills, we've paid everything. I wasn't able to pay myself for 6 months just because I wanted to keep it going. Everything from the bakery and get everything going. It was hell. My husband quit his job through COVID, which made it 10 times worse on me. I love my husband, don't get me wrong, but but we got to the point where it went by, and then I think it was 6 or 8 months later, and I'm like, okay, I need one of my staff members to come back and help me. So we opened up a few more days a week. Didn't let anyone in store. We pushed the cases up to the doors and just had the doors open so people could look at the cases through the window.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we ended up having one person in store at a time, and then it slowly started to get going back to normal. We still kept the masks, and when they stopped the mask mandate, I kept the mask going. Yeah. My son is immune compromised, and I was like, I'm not.
No, it's not worth it. No.
Yeah, I got death threats because of it. That was fun.
Really?
Yeah, death threats on the answer machine, in the mail, by email.
People are insane.
Yep, it was. Yeah, fuck.
Over the fact that they had to wear a mask to go in and get a baked good. Like, yeah. Wow. So, yeah, I've heard of other people having issues like that, but not at a freaking bakery. Like,
yeah. So wow. We put it down. I ended up talking to my lawyer, and I talked to my landlord. They're like, it's your store, your rules.
Yeah, you can do what you want.
Yeah, you're privately owned business. I was like, cool, keeping them then, totally fine. Even supplied them at the door if people didn't bring them, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And then I think it ended up being just before Halloween, we ended up getting all of our staff members back.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had the craziness of Halloween again, still only allowed one person in the store at a time.
Yeah.
We still only allow one household in the store at a time. Like,
doesn't matter. I think at this point it's like whatever people have to do, and if you don't like it, don't go in. That's the way I look at it.
Well, then we joined Uber, we joined DoorDash, and like this is another way for you guys to get treats.
I didn't know you guys were on there. Ooh, yeah.
So yeah, we ended up joining that not too long ago.
Yeah.
Somebody approached me and they're like, "Why aren't you on Uber?" And I was just like, "Oh, I don't know." It's like, okay, we'll do this. But yeah, it was really, really, really hard. Like, yeah. we got down to the point where we had nothing, but like didn't know what to do. And every night I would cry and talk to my dad on the phone in Australia. I'd talk to my husband. I was like, what do I do? It's like, don't know. Me and my business partner had multiple meetings going, we both don't know what to do.
Yeah.
Like, what? I'm just going to keep baking. So
were you guys at least fortunate enough to get some of the government help when it finally came?
We did, but we had to jump through hoops to get it. We were denied multiple times.
Yeah.
And then it was like we didn't qualify for this and we didn't qualify for that because we were only 10 months for opening.
So okay. Yeah.
We didn't get it until like they brought out the very last round of it. So we were just literally living on running on what we were getting in from the store. So yeah, a lot of people said to us, but you got the grants. I'm like, no, we don't qualify. We didn't qualify for the employee one. We didn't qualify for the rent subsidy. We didn't qualify for anything. Man. So
I know, and that's the thing is they just had so many different things coming out, and I know a few people that own businesses, they were allowed, one person I know got the wage one, so it helped pay 75% of employees' wages, and another one I know it helped pay their rent and stuff. But yeah, they didn't make it easy to get.
No, it was definitely not fun.
Yeah,
but we ended up getting it eventually, and we haven't touched it.
Okay.
I don't want to. So we just
because you don't know what's going to happen, right? It's like in 6 months, we don't know what will happen. Hopefully stuff doesn't shut down again, but
everything crossed that it doesn't.
At least though you guys sound like you're more prepared now because you kind of have more of a game plan, but it took a while.
Yeah. Well, it was definitely a learning curve, but now, if anything does happen, we know exactly what to do. We know, we're still running with online ordering. We did stop delivery because it just wasn't worth doing one delivery a week.
No, so, and if you've got the Uber and the DoorDash and all that, that's easier. It's here, you deliver it, you go do your thing.
They do it, and then we just keep baking. But yeah, we definitely have a game plan in case anything does happen again. I hope to hell that it doesn't.
Yeah.
It would be nice to be able to just keep going, and we're finally at that point where business is, getting good. And I'm at that point where I've got staff that I can finally, go home and get some sleep.
Yes, because you've got the world's largest sleep deprivation bank going on.
I'm so happy we're going to be closing down for 2 weeks after Christmas, and I'm just going to stay in my PJs.
Okay. So you guys are open till Christmas, and then you're taking off to the New Year kind of thing?
Yeah. Usually for us, New Year's, after Christmas, New Year's, it's dead.
Yeah.
No one's really partying this time of year, and so I'm like, nah. I was like, I want to spend some time with my family because they.
That's cool.
time off would be great, because usually after Halloween, like from September to Christmas, we don't stop.
Yeah.
It's just go, 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 go. So all the staff members, we all voted. Yeah.
Everyone's tired. Everyone wants some PJs at home time. Yeah. And yeah.
And we're going to get the store redone. So we're getting some work done on our front counters.
Oh, okay.
So we have one of my awesome contacts. He actually works in the same building, but he's downstairs.
Oh, okay.
He's a woodworker, and he's building us all these beautiful new cabinets, because ours are looking pretty trashed. So it's
you got like a facelift going on with the shop.
Yeah, we just need some more products, like not more room to put more products, because we have so many awesome products that we want to put out, but we can't because we don't have space.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
Yeah, so that'll be the next thing, and hopefully starting next year we'll have, you know, more posters and more new stuff. I've got a whole bunch of new autograph stuff at home.
Yeah,
that I'm going to bring. We're going to bring the guitars back, because I kind of miss having guitars here.
Yeah.
So yeah, bring them all back, because when we took all of our instruments and stuff away, because during COVID when we shut down for the week, somebody tried to break in.
Oh.
So we had to get the locks redone on the front doors, and
again, what is wrong with people? Like, it's I don't know.
I have a really big rolling pin that when I'm here at 2 a.m. stays right next to me.
Nice.
Just in case I have to, you know, go out there and make some body parts.
Yeah. Hey, you know, make you some inspiration for something for, you know, cake or something.
I have a big oven. I can always my workers see. Like,
there you go. Nice.
Yeah, hide the bodies.
Hopefully you have a big freezer.
Oh, yeah, I've got a few of them actually. These ones behind me, I've got 3 of them. So
there you go.
We got some sharp knives. We're good.
Okay.
We're good. This is getting really morbid, which is great.
And on your website, I believe you can see a lot of your cakes, right?
Yeah, yes. You can. There's a tab up the top that says past cakes, and you can check out all the ones that we have done.
Okay.
And then a lot of them are on Instagram. Instagram is our main go-to point. But then we have a lot of cakes online that you can order, like awesome skull cakes. We have everything.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, thank you so much for taking time to talk to me today. This has been amazing. And I said, I'm really happy to connect with you guys. And I've been there, and I actually have a vet appointment in January. So yeah, I'll have to stop in and see what gluten-free treats you guys have.
Yeah, we'll have some more. We're expanding our gluten-free range a little bit more starting next year. So we've got a whole bunch more cookies coming and more cake slices. Yeah. So we're definitely busting out some more gluten-free options for you. We're going to be doing a gluten-free, dairy-free option. So which will probably be the cupcakes.
Cool. Okay.
We're actually bringing back the brains, but we're changing the brains to be gluten-free. At Halloween, we ended up making them raspberry mousse. Oh, so they're going to be a layered raspberry mousse cake on the inside. So it'd be a gluten-free sponge with it as well.
That's cool. Yay. Yeah.
So
that's very exciting.
The brains come back, because we miss the brains.
I like, but otherwise, that's all we have for today. So thank you everyone from home who tuned in today. This has been, again, Hollie from Punk Rock Pastries out in Vancouver, British Columbia, in Canada, for any of you people that don't know where we are. And otherwise, make sure to like this video and give us a comment below. Make sure to subscribe. That way you guys get everything moving forward and you don't miss any of our new content. And make sure to check out her website and everything that's going to be listed below as well. So that's it for everyone tonight. Stay safe and stay morbid. Bye for now.